In the last 72 hours, the XRP market has witnessed an extraordinary surge of activity, and it's all because of three anonymous whales who have bought enough XRP to shake the entire market to its core. We're talking about 5 billion coins, worth billions of dollars, that have been scooped up by these massive investors in just a matter of days. If you think the price is holding steady, or even dipping, it's probably because these whales are moving in silence, strategically, buying in bulk, preparing for something far larger than what we're seeing on the surface. The question is, why are they buying so aggressively right now? And why should you care? Well, the answer could lie in an event that's coming up on July 15th, a day that could mark a pivotal turning point for XRP and the entire crypto space. Let's dive into this. There's a growing sense that the XRP whales know something that we don't. These investors have been tracking the market trends, and they seem to be preparing for a massive shift in the coming weeks. But what exactly are they preparing for? There are two major events that could trigger such a buying frenzy: Ripple's long-awaited IPO and the upcoming BRICS summit. The Ripple IPO has been talked about for months, and there's a lot of speculation around how it could set XRP on a path to mainstream adoption. In addition, the BRICS summit could play a crucial role in the evolution of XRP's future, with rumors swirling about new global financial strategies, potentially even a digital currency that utilizes XRP technology. The timing of these events lines up perfectly with the recent buying activity, suggesting that these whales are positioning themselves for a massive surge in XRP value once July 15th arrives. Music. But let's back up a bit and talk about why this is so significant. Looking at on-chain whale tracker data from the past 3 days, we can see that these whales have been making huge purchases, scooping up XRP at an unprecedented rate. This isn't just some small-scale accumulation. These are multi-million-dollar transactions that have sent a clear signal to the market. Something big is about to happen. The size of these buys is so large that it's impossible to ignore. And when you look at the volume of XRP moving in these transactions, it's clear that these whales have information or expectations that we as retail investors simply don't have access to historically. We've seen similar patterns before: major price surges. If you go back to 2017, just before XRP experienced a massive bull run, a very similar pattern occurred. Whales started accumulating XRP, and shortly afterward, the price shot up to over $3. This was the start of a huge bull market that saw XRP's value increase by more than 1,000% in just a few weeks. The key takeaway here is that whale activity often precedes major price movements, and when whales are buying as aggressively as they are right now, it's a good indicator that something big could be coming, something that could trigger the next rally in the XRP market. Now let's talk about liquidity and the exchanges. Another factor that could be influencing these massive whale purchases is the increasing scarcity of XRP on exchanges over the past week. Several major platforms have reported that XRP is becoming harder to come by, with exchanges running low on supply. This could be because these whales are hoarding XRP in preparation for a price surge, and when the supply of a coin on exchanges becomes limited, it naturally drives up the price due to basic economic principles of supply and demand. If these whales are sitting on a large portion of XRP and exchanges are running low, we could be facing a liquidity shock. This means that once the buying frenzy begins, the price of XRP could skyrocket, and those who didn't get in early might miss out on the ride of a lifetime. But of course, we can't ignore the possibility of market manipulation. While these massive buys are certainly exciting, they also raise some concerns. Could these whales be trying to manipulate the market? It's a valid question after all. We've seen similar tactics used in other parts of the crypto space, where large investors or whales buy up assets to create hype, driving retail investors to follow suit and driving up prices artificially. If that's the case here, the whales could be looking to create a speculative bubble that they can cash out of once the price rises. However, there's also a possibility that these whales are simply preparing for something bigger, something that will genuinely drive the price of XRP higher due to real-world use cases, institutional adoption, and growing demand for XRP's utility. So what's the takeaway from all of this? What should you do in the face of this massive whale activity? Well, the first thing is to keep an eye on July 15th, whether it's the Ripple IPO or the BRICS summit. Something big is coming, and it could completely change the landscape for XRP. If these whales are right about what's going to happen on that day, we could see XRP prices jump to we never thought possible. Remember, the whales are positioning themselves for something huge and they're not waiting around for confirmation. If you're considering investing in XRP, now might be the time to take action before the big move happens, but don't just take my word for it. If you look at the recent behavior of these whales, it's clear that they believe in XRP's potential in the long term despite the volatility and the speculation. XRP has been quietly gaining traction as a utility asset for global finance, with Ripple's expanding list of partnerships, growing institutional interest, and the possibility of XRP becoming the backbone of a digital dollar or a BRICS-backed currency. The future for XRP looks incredibly bright. And with these whales loading up, it's clear that they see something that most people don't, something that could send XRP's price to new heights in the near future. In the world of cryptocurrency, timing is everything. The market moves fast, and if you're not paying attention, you can easily miss out on opportunities. That's why it's crucial to stay informed and keep track of these key events, like the Ripple IPO or the BRICS Summit. These events could be the catalyst that pushes XRP to new all-time highs. And if you're not prepared, you might find yourself stuck on the sidelines, but don't let that happen. Pay attention to the whale activity watch for any new updates about Ripple's IPO, and make sure you're ready to take action when the time comes. XRP is poised for something huge, and now might be the best time to get involved before the wave hits at the end of the day, whether you choose to invest or not. The key takeaway is this: the whales know something we don't. They've been buying massive amounts of XRP for a reason, and they're clearly preparing for something big. Whether it's market manipulation, a strategic move ahead of a major event, or simply a long-term investment, these whales have their eyes set on XRP's future. And if history has taught us anything, it's that when whales are involved, it's wise to pay attention. So what do you think? Are these whales onto something? Or is this just another speculative bubble waiting to burst? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your predictions for XRP's future, and whether you think this massive whale activity is a sign of something bigger. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates as we approach July 15th and the potential game-changing event for XRP. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Disclaimer: this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Please do your own research and consult with a financial advisor before making any investment decisions.